Even though you feel comfortable that you are already using this cloud computing or social media as you move through the internet, whether you are looking out for email or you are TikToking or you are doing X, those are services that are provided to you by cloud computing. Now, you may be making some few dollars here and there, but what I'm trying to tell you that is you, if I convert you from being a user to an engineer, that's where you see a big profit for you. So this class is intended not to train you on how to use TikTok. It's not intended for you how to use X or how to use Facebook, but it's telling you how people who created Facebook, people who created TikTok, and how they deploy those resources that you are enjoying today. So from being a consumer, we're going to turn you over to an engineer where you can literally quadruple your income. Or if you don't want to work for someone, you can become an entrepreneur, which means you set up a business of your own and you can do better than what you are doing today. So that is the reason for this topic. Cloud computing explained in detail. So let's move to the next stage. What is cloud computing? We're going to step through this, and I'm going to call some people on the stage to interact with me. And if you want to be on the stage, please let me know, and I'll bring you to the stage, and we can talk about cloud computing. But let's take a look at the basic concept of cloud computing. Cloud computing is like using electricity from a power company. You don't generate your own power, but nowadays you may generate your power by using solar. If you buy a solar panel and install in your house, then you are able to generate your own power. But let's be more specific to explain the concept of cloud computing by looking at an electricity company that sends power to your home. We all use energy every day. Whenever there's no energy in your house, you are like, oh my God, we don't have light, we don't have light, we don't have light. Now, someone needs to be blamed. It's the company that supply you the electricity. You don't generate your own power. You just plug in and use it. You plug in your media, plug in your phone and charge your phone, plug in your radio to listen to music. Somebody is supplying you the power that you are using in the name of electricity. Wow, interesting, isn't it? That's something that you're familiar with. All right. We're going to use what you are familiar with to explain what cloud computing is. And from today henceforth, you'll be speaking like an engineer. So stay back and relax. I'm going to go slow. Don't be in a hurry. If you're in a hurry, you're not going to grab anything that I'm going to tell you today. So relax and gain the knowledge once and for all. All right. So now, basing on the idea of electricity power coming to your home, all right, someone is generating the power for you. Someone is maintaining it for you. Someone is making sure that the power comes to you regularly. Same thing with water. You know, water companies send water to your house. You send electricity to your house. But do you know how you pay for these things? It's not for free. Do you know how you pay for it? There is a meter, they measure how much you have used, and they calculate your usage. And then they send you a bill based on what you have consumed. Oh, my. Can you imagine that? This is that's what we know today. That's exactly what we are doing today. So the question is, how does that relate to what we are talking about cloud computing? Of course, it is related one on one. And let me explain that to you now. So let's move on a little bit notch ahead. If I tell you that if you were to set up a business today, you're going to buy 4 computers to put in your office. People are going to have computers to use. You're going to run program on your computer like Office. You may run files like software, applications. Like people who do engineering, you have applications running on those servers. If I tell you you don't have to buy these computers, you don't have to set up any networking, you don't have to even request for additional power supply to run your computers, You can just connect to somebody's data center. Okay, write the word data center. So that's the key of all of it. You connect to somebody's data center, and you can do the same thing that you would have done if you bought the computer. But the point is that it's better that way, because you don't have to maintain computers. You don't have to hire anybody to be your technician. You don't have to worry about electricity to run your computers. You don't have to worry about somebody you have to hire as a security guard for that matter. Oh, now it's making sense. So think about electricity. Okay, you are only consuming it, and you only pay for what you use. Listen to that terminology. You are paying only for what you use. Is that not true? I mean, if you have water coming to your house and you decide to shut the meter off, maybe you're going on vacation, you don't want the tap to be running or anybody using the water, you shut it off. Let's say you're out for 1 month or 2 months. Are you going to come and pay a bill? Probably not, because you didn't consume anything. What about electricity? Electricity is coming to your house and you're going to go on vacation for 3 weeks or 4 weeks or 5 weeks. You shut it off. Assuming that you don't have appliances in the house that require electricity 24/7, you are not going to pay any bill when you come back. So what is happening here is you only pay for what you use. That is exactly what cloud computing is all about. Any resource that you consume or use on the cloud, you only pay for what you use. That is the characteristics of cloud computing. Let me give you a typical example of cloud computing. Number one, you choose everybody here has an email, right? It could be Gmail, it could be Yahoo Mail, it could be Hotmail. You go out and look for mails. These mails are running in the cloud. They are not sitting on your computer. By the way, you can choose to use your phone to search for your email. You can read your email on your phone and reply to the email. The server, the machine that is processing those emails, is not local. You don't know where they are in the world. But all you need is internet. If there is no internet on your phone, can you find your email? Can you find email? Can you search email? Can you send email? I bet your answer is no. So therefore, cloud computing depends on the internet. You need internet to do cloud computing. You need internet to check for your emails. You need internet to go out and communicate on Facebook. You need internet to shop online. So internet is a key component of cloud computing. It allows you to access resources away from you that you don't even know where they are. But you are consuming those resources, like I mentioned, email or e-commerce, where you buy stuff online. So someone is managing the emails for you. Somebody is managing the product online to sell to you. Somebody is handling the machine and maintaining those machines online. That is all cloud computing activity. You only pay for what you use. So therefore, the key benefits, let's go to the benefit of cloud computing. What is the advantage? Why do we learn cloud computing? All right, here we go. You access files from any device. If you are doing cloud computing, then you can find your email on your phone. You can check your email on your laptop. You can check on your tablet. So cloud allows you to share files across all your devices. See the power of cloud computing? Ability to access your own content on all your devices. As I mentioned, you can find you can check emails on your phone, you can check email on your laptop, and you can check it on your tablet, and you name it. That's number one. Number two, the benefit of cloud computing. So that keyword is very, very interesting indeed. Number two, there is no need to install any software on your computer. Yeah, look at that. Can you imagine? You don't need to install the software on your computer. You only need internet to connect to it. When you are using email, do you install anything on your computer? Maybe just the app. You know, if you're using a phone, then you may need an app to do that. But if you're using a laptop, you don't install anything. You just go to the browser window and you type the Gmail, and the Gmail shows up on your browser. You check your mails and you shut it down, and nothing is saved on your computer. That's one of the benefits of cloud computing, number 2. Number 3, the benefit of cloud computing. Number 3, you pay only for what you use. Amen. I love that. I don't like to get a subscription where I pay whether I use it or not. Let me give you an example where we are being duped by some of these companies in Africa, not only Cameroon. If you take internet subscription from MTN, you use an Orange. That one they pay per month. You just say, I want to pay 5,000 per month. Guess what? If there is a day that there is no internet, you are paying for it. True or false? If there's no internet, you are paying for it. You know, that's the bad part about it. See how companies are screwing us up, extracting money from you even if you don't use your service. That is fraud. You know what I mean? But what do? It's happening everywhere around the world. So when it comes to cloud computing, you do not pay if you don't use it. It's the same thing like if you don't use your water that is coming to your home, you don't pay for it. If you don't use the electricity that is coming to your home and lighting your home, if you shut the meter off, if you shut all the lights off, you are not paying for anything. That is how cloud computing works. You only pay for what you use. That is number 3 benefit of cloud computing. And the last one I want to mention before I switch the page, no expensive hardware that you need to buy. There is no reason to buy any computing device that is expensive. You don't need to do that. You don't need to buy servers and install servers in your home to do cloud computing. Everything is in the cloud. It's somewhere out there in the cloud. All right. So that is the first page we have talked about. I believe that when you go home and somebody asks you what is cloud computing, all you tell the person is that cloud computing is using resources through internet that you don't pay for it if you don't use it. Then you give example like Gmail, you give example like browsing Facebook or buying things on e-commerce system like Amazon.com or Alibaba. When you shop online, you're actually using the cloud computing services. All right, so let me introduce to you my team. These are the people who are going to be teaching you. You have myself on the screen, and sorry, you have Madam Ahmed, Felix, Jarvis, Mr. Zubruno, Mr. Assad, Divya, Simon, and many others that could not fit in the screen. These are our online instructors. They are holding this department very tightly, and they are graduating a lot of students every 6 months who are doubling their income. Sometimes they are tripling their income as well. Now, this is the approach that we take to teach our students. So if you look on the screen, at the bottom of the screen, you can see this hierarchy right here. We call the foundation. If you are going to build a house, 3 stories, 4 stories, 5-story building, then the most important structure that you have to build with care is the foundation. The reason is because if you build a house without paying attention to the foundation, let's say you go like 3 stories, 4 stories, or 5 stories. When there's natural movement of the weather, maybe storm, maybe wind, maybe flood, that shakes the earth, you know what's going to happen? You know what's going to happen? Your house will go like this and shatter into pieces because the foundation is not holding the house properly. So we put more time to give you the solid foundation that you are going to use as a springboard to understand this course. Imagine what I told you like about 5 minutes ago about what cloud computing is. I took my time to give you typical examples of cloud computing that you are familiar with. And we're going to do a demo today as well, so you can see it for life. This is how we're going to teach you. We give you the foundation, and then once you feel comfortable and you start speaking the language of engineering, people learn the language within 2-3 weeks. Oh, yes. Then we move you to the advanced. The second blocks you have here, I don't have all the courses labeled out here. Now, you can now specialize in cybersecurity, DevOps, or AWS solution architects, or AI, or data engineers. This is just a short form of the hierarchy that we use. Once you stay here and get the advanced training of those, the career that you choose, then 6 months later, okay, it's not a 2 months course, it's not. So this is an actual semester-related course. In 6 months is 1 semester and a half because it's intensive. It needs to change you from being a user to an engineer. If you are here thinking that it's a fly-by-night and you'll be an engineer, it's not going to work. So don't even dream. You're going to be here with me and my instructors for at least 6 months to get yourself converted over to be an engineer. We've done that for the last 3 to 4 years, and students are enjoying their 6 figures. Some people have like 2 jobs working remotely. Now, once we are done with your advanced studies, we move you into mentorship. Mentorship is where we actually grind into your head how the industry look like, what are companies looking for, how to prepare you for interviews, how to get your resume the right way, how to prepare your social media footprint, how you can contribute to the social media by writing articles, how you are going to optimize your LinkedIn profile, which is a professional network. You've got to be part of that network. We're going to give you mock interviews. We're going to make sure that you are ready with real case study. And here comes the interviews. We will help you find out where the jobs are and how to apply for those jobs. And when the interview comes, we are right by you to make sure that you are saying what they expect to hear. And when you land your job, we are right up here. We are there to support you while you are on the job, because once you get your first job, it takes about 2 months to become comfortable. Otherwise, you'll be like, oh my God, who do I talk to? I have this project, I don't know what to do. We are here to do that. And that's what we have been doing for many years with our students. So that is the hierarchy. I want you to be aware of this is how we structure the class. Okay? Now, as a branch of the University of Buea, Trusted University of Buea, this is the online part of it. The same structure applies on premise. So this is not a different thing. Now, this is how we build the organization of our institution, the cloud department. So we have along here, I am the director of this particular department, and we have my associate. Then we are going to elect a class coordinator. There's always going to be a class coordinator who is going to be like the student president in the class, right? There's a student president. We have a bursar, we have a registrar who take care of you when you are in class. They make sure that you have everything that is needed. Make sure you are keeping track of your transcript and your exams and your quizzes. Everything's online. I'm talking about online only. And then we have the bursar who's taking care of your fees, making sure that you pay your fees on time. And then we split the entire class into groups based on your time zone. We have people in USA, they may have like 3 time zones in the US West, US East, or so. The African students have their own group, the European students have their own, and the other students will find the same. Let's say Canadian may have their own group, and so on. And in each group there is a class head, the class leader, the class prefect, we call it. This is the guy who is going to help you when you go to do your project. You are doing it as a group, and then when you come back, you do your presentation. When you do your presentation, we are going to measure you based on this criteria. We are doing a presentation, we're going to see if your presentation is delivered, the material is in clear and structured manner. The presenter is knowledgeable about the topic and any related issues. Then you get a score of poor 1, fair 2, good 3, very good 4, excellent 5 scores. We add all these during your presentation and after your presentation, your score wrap up to either 100% or 90% and so on. And one group will win, or two groups will be. Any group that fails, they will have to do extra work with that, and we will send another instructor to coach you to make sure when you come back next time, you are on track. That's how we do to make our students successful. Now, water utility analogy of cloud computing. We are back to cloud computing right now. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Cloud computing. Cloud computing. Okay, guys. If you build your own water tank, people do that a lot, right? You know, fourage. You guys call it fourage in French. I don't know how to speak French. So they call it fourage. It's called a water tank. You build a water tank. You know what you're going to do when you're doing by yourself? You are going to install it yourself. You are going to clean it. You are going to repair it. You are going to refill. Whatever happened to that water tank, you are responsible for it. You are going to put the engine that actually pushes the water out of the tank. You are going to maintain it. If the engine fails, you are going to replace it. If the water is dirty, you are going to make sure it's clean. You're going to make sure the water is going to be supplied constantly. You do all that work by yourself. Interesting. Now, look in the middle of my slide here. Water utility company. The company that brings water to your house is called a water utility company. You know what they do? You simply open the tap and the water starts coming out. Yeah? At Trustec, you guys have water that comes every Thursday, the ration water in Cameroon. So on Thursday, water will flow right into the campus. And then you guys collect the water into big tanks so that the student can have water through the days. So the company that send the water to us, I think you guys call it, I forget the name of the company. Then, you know, to us who are using the water, we don't do any maintenance. We don't have to worry about maintenance. We don't have to worry about whether the machine broke or whatever. The only thing is that when water doesn't come, we say, okay, we'll wait for the next day. We only pay when we use it. If you don't use it, the meter is not running, you're not going to pay for it. Okay, let's compare to what I just explained to you when it comes to cloud computing. Like the water company for computing needs, you buy a service, no infrastructure headache, resources available on demand. This is what cloud computing is about. It's like the water company. All the computing power, all the machines, all the server, all the internet is done on the water company side. And then you only consume the services as a user. You don't have to worry about the maintenance. No headache about infrastructure build out. No headache about maintenance, all of that stuff. This is what cloud computing is all about. Meaning you are using computer system to do your work or do your business, but the vendor who gives you the computing power is not available to you, it's in the cloud. That is why it's called cloud computing. So, how does cloud computing work? How does it work? Look at it on my left. Look at the picture right here. This cloud right there, you see the symbol of a cloud? And they do have servers. These are servers. They call them blades. These are flash servers. You see thousands of them. In every data center, you see them right there. Then here, we are right down here, see? You can have a tablet, you can have a laptop, you can have a phone. You must be connected through the internet. See, you see these lines right here? These are internet lines right there. And these are, everybody in the world will be connected to the cloud. And the cloud contains servers. See the servers right here? These are the servers right here that are being maintained and prepared and made available by companies. One of the companies that you need to know today is AWS. They call them cloud service provider. You want to go home with some good terminology? Write it down. Cloud service provider. That is a technology name for it. Cloud service provider. And the person that we are going to be studying is Amazon Cloud. And the unique name is called AWS. So that's why you see the symbol of the cloud look like this. This is a logo for Amazon right here. The logo right there. That's the logo of Amazon. So we're going to be learning about how Amazon is giving us cloud computing services. Amazon has built a lot of data center around the world, thousands of data centers everywhere in the world. And we are only connecting to the data center using internet. All right? Using internet. So, I want to make sure that you guys are actually understanding. 1 second, guys, 1 second. Give me 1 minute. Hello? That you can see my screen. Let me switch a little bit here, guys. Sorry about that. Thank you for your attention. Let me share the screen in a way that you can see a little bit more. 1 second. Sorry about that. Let me go here and let me end screen share and share again. I'm gonna share again in a minute. Give me 1 minute, let me share better. All right. Okay. So let's see here. All right, I'm gonna share now. Sorry about that. I thought it was moving, you were not seeing it. Let me do it again. All right. All right.
Ruth joined.
All right, can you guys see now? I think it should be better now. All right. So we talked about it before, and we talked about this one. I was talking about the benefits. I gave you all the benefits of cloud computing. You see the benefit right there. Access files from any device. No need to install any software. You only pay for what you use, and you don't have to get any expensive hardware, right? So that's why you don't have to worry about expensive hardware. You don't have to buy computers. If you are doing cloud computing, these are advantages that you have. And I talk about our staff, and I explain to you how our foundation courses look like and the specialization. We talk about mentorship. We talk about the job shadowing and also on the job support. So these are our list of our engineers, online engineers. And then we talk about how the class is organized. This is a picture right here. Sorry about that. And they show you how we grade every student when you do your presentation. Now, I was right down here. This is where I was now at this point. This is where I was at this point. I was talking about home water tank when you create your own water tank or forage. This is where you do it. But if you use water from a company, this is what it's called water utility company. This is what you will see here. But when you are talking about cloud computing, it's the same like a water utility company. You open your tap and you drink your water, right? You only pay for the water that you are using. You don't have to maintain anything. There's no maintenance. Same thing with cloud computing, which means that once you are dealing with the cloud computing or you're doing services online, as I mentioned to you, you don't pay if you don't use it. You only pay for what you can use. And that's what I will explain to you. Now, this is where we left off when you guys call and make sure that
Define
I was
Magdalene
able
joined.
to connect with you and show you. So, Amazon or AWS is a cloud computing device provider. It's a cloud provider. Amazon is a cloud provider. Okay, Amazon is a cloud provider, and that's why you see a picture like that. So you see in Amazon Cloud, you have all these servers that are there. You know, when you go out to surf or email, it may be one of these machines servicing you. If you are shopping online on Amazon.com, it could be one of these servers. The servers are placed everywhere in the world, like in China, in South Africa, in North America, in Canada, in South America, Saudi Port. All of those places contain the servers. And whenever you connect to the internet, you will connect to the nearest data center where the servers are. But you just connect with your laptop, or you can connect with your phone and enjoy the services, and you only pay for the services you consume. That's all cloud computing. So how cloud computing works, you know, you have a device, you send a request, the cloud receives your request and process your request and send back your result. Now, when you upload a picture or you upload a photo, you upload a video, where does that go? Where does the data go? So cloud has a storage where the data is stored and then delivered back to you when you need it. Can you imagine on Facebook, whenever you go to Facebook once in a while, do you realize that you may see videos online that you posted like 4 years ago? True or false? Exactly. So sometimes Amazon, Facebook save those content for you for many, many years. So they do have storage where the data is being stored. Whenever you request for it, it goes through cloud processing, and then finally it gets to your device and the delivery is done. So that's how it works. So giving a typical example, as I mentioned, when you post something on Facebook and then you are communicating on Facebook, and then finally you see videos from other people or the video you posted a long time ago coming back to you. So we move on now to the next stage. We're almost done. And now we go to cloud computing in your daily life. How does it work in your daily life? Cloud computing in your daily life. Do you know what is called OneDrive? If you have used OneDrive, if you have Windows machine, if you have Windows laptop, there is always OneDrive in there. It's a software or app that is installed by default. It mirrors your drive, and your data is stored in the cloud. Okay, your data is stored in the cloud, and then you think that it's local. It's not local. The data is stored in the cloud. You have the Google Drive, you have Dropbox, you have OneDrive. These are services that you have on your computer. The data you put in those folders immediately sync up to the cloud. This is what you may not even know about it, right? You may be doing this thing without knowing that this is the cloud that you are using. File storage, cloud. Communication, you are using cloud computing already. How do you use cloud computing? WhatsApp is a cloud computing service. Gmail is a cloud computing. It runs on the server in the cloud, but you are just connecting to it. You don't have to do any installation except you're using your phone to do the app. Entertainment. Have you watched YouTube before? Have you watched any YouTube video before? What about Netflix? All of this entertainment that you receive, these are cloud computing in your daily life. You may have been enjoying this thing without knowing about it, right? That is it right there. Cloud computing in your daily life. That is it. Now, let's move on to the next thing. I want to bring to your attention that when you study cloud computing, the opportunities is humongous. A lot of opportunity out there. If you specialize in cloud architecture, or you want to be cloud administrator or DevOps or data engineer, the salary ranges all over the place, depending on what you choose. You have a company that you can actually get almost $150,000 a year. Some might be $120,000 a year, and so on and so forth. So it's a big opportunity out there. Next one is certification. The vendor that we are going to be studying is called AWS, which is Amazon Web Services. That's the name. This company is going to provide us certification. When you learn these tools, you're going to get certified. You're going to be certified as a solution architect or from a cloud practitioner, associate. You also have specialties within the whole career path, and then you can get to the top, which is called professional. So you start from the bottom here, which is the foundation. When you finish the foundation, you're going to be certified, and then you move to the associate level. And when you're done with associate level, which we are going to teach you both of them, you get certified. And then some people may go into specialty, like deep learning or deep knowledge. Like if you want to be a database administrator, or you want to be a network engineer, then you can specialize. So Amazon gives us a whole career path, which we are using to teach our students. All right. Now, the question is, what is the cost for this? Let me give you a quick brief breakdown. If you are going to go for cloud computing, it's a 6-month course, and you spend 2 weeks of mentorship after you finish the course, and then the actual cost is $3,500 US. For those who will sign up for the course, you have potential to get AI course for free, depending on the level of your entrance. Now, I've broken it down to the point where it is easy for you to understand. Let me make sure I make it bigger so you can see. Make this bigger, 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 right? So you can see better, right? Can you see better? All right. Now, let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this picture right here. Let me break it down so you can see better, okay? You have level 1 entrance into the course. If you choose AWS Cloud Engineer, then you will start with AWS Certified Professional AI.
Jim Clarkson
24
joined.
months. Okay? That is a career path for you. Now, if you want to go for data engineering, then you will start with data management fundamentals. The total time you spend here is 25 weeks for the whole course to finish. Now, if you want to do cybersecurity, the initial level 1 training will be certificate in cybersecurity. That will be, and then you have cybersecurity engineering. That makes a total of 12 weeks to complete. Now, if you want to go specialize in artificial intelligence, oh, that one is a special one that we really want you to pay attention. You can do this in 8 weeks, and we'll start you with the level 1 will be AI building blocks. And then the level 2 will actually be the advanced implementation. Now, the fees is spread like this. The registration fee is $150 across the board. For everyone who want to register to take the course, you enter your registration fee, and then your tuition will be, depending on which career you pick, you can see it spread across the screen. Cloud engineering and data engineer, those are most specific ones. They are a little expensive for those ones. $3,500 is the fee. Then security, cybersecurity, and the AI, artificial intelligence, those ones are not too expensive, but you need a lot of time to understand the whole concept. Now, for those who will register today, we'll give you the link. You may have a discount that brings your fee from $3,500 to $2,500 across these two disciplines. And then for the cybersecurity engineer, you end up with $2,100, and then artificial intelligence $1,200 if you want to specialize in that. Now, you can pay installmentally, which means you can pay month by month. You don't have to pay all at once. You can pay, if you take cloud engineering, you pay $400 a month. And if you take data engineer, $400 a month. And if a cybersecurity is $700, I think that's a mistake here, $700, $500, $750, not $7,000. And then AI is $600.
Patients joined.
Alan, do you get my message? I'm in class. Yes, please, thank you. All right. Now, here is the link. I'm going to send the link out. I'll put in the chat. You can grab the link from the chat. It's right there in the chat. Then you can register. Even if you don't know which one you're going to take, we're going to make sure you. When we start the course, you'll be able to find out which one you're going to take. We will do an assessment for you and help you pick the right choice. So don't worry about the choices for now. So go ahead and do your registration. and then we'll be ready to go. Now, for those who are in Cameroon, here
Jim
is
Clarkson joined.
you can take a screenshot. Take a screenshot of that. This is a mobile money. You can pay 50,000 for your course, for your registration is 50,000. Use this screen to send in your registration fee to get started, so that we know that you are ready to go. So now we are done with the official training orientation today. We are going to move into practical hands-on. We're going to demonstrate to you how this technology works, and you begin to enjoy it as we move forward. So that's it for now. But let's bring in our engineers who are going to, before we even do that, let me give you a quiz. I'm going to stop sharing. Let me stop sharing. And then we're going to do a quiz. And we want to see how everybody is going to respond. All right. Okay. All right. Now is quiz time. If you are listening, you better answer a question here. Okay, now let me see who is here, who is going to take a quiz. Let me bring Mr. Alexis on board. Mr. Alexis, let me bring you on the stage. And I'm trying to bring you on the stage. It looks like it's not letting me do that. I see you right here. Here we go. Perfect.
Ola Washanesho joined.
All right. So, Mr. Alexi, we're going to talk with you a little bit here for our audience to hear us. And I know you were in the background. You are one of our top engineer on campus. You've been really helping mentor our students who have graduated, scoring 100% in their HND, and you are doing a fantastic job. And we talk about cloud computing. Even though it's online, I think there's going to be an on-premise offering coming next academic year. So if you were to talk to someone who comes to your office and they talk to you and said, I heard something on the webinar, they talk about cloud computing. Please, can you just tell me a little bit about what you mean by cloud computing, so that when I go home to talk to my parents, I say, oh, I want to take cloud computing, the parent will be able to understand, right? So tell me if I'm coming to your office and I don't have anything, I heard about it, but I want to come to your office to hear from the horse's mouth. What will you say?
All right. Thank you very much. Now, imagine you are you don't have to enjoy so that me as go guys All right.
I know you can talk all day about this. I know you can talk all day because you are so passionate. You are so passionate about cloud computing, and so And so let's give a chance to another person here. And I'm going to bring in Madame Colette. And let me bring her on the stage. All right. Madame Colette should be on the stage. Let me make sure that she can be seen. All right, Madame Colette, even though your video is not shown, let's see.
Stephen
All right.
Botchway joined.
Madame Colette, are you there? Your microphone is open. Can you say something? Madame Colette, are you there? All right, she may be having some challenges. I wanted to ask her about taking cloud computing idea to the kids, to the primary nursery kids who she's managing, and then explain to them, why is it important to learn about cloud computing at that age. All right, so let's try to bring somebody else on the stage. All right, so let's bring let's see here. Where's Mara Charlotte? I don't see her on the screen here. All right, let's bring Madam Kiara. All right, Madam Kiara is right here. Okay, Madam Kiara. So I know last week you guys did a fantastic presentation educating the public about why IT is important, how people can get into IT with no knowledge on the background. You guys did a fantastic job, and you have your video went viral. If you look at our YouTube channel, it's still being watched till today. Honestly, you guys did a fantastic job. So today you have another perspective. It's all about IT. So let's say you go home today and your brother or your friend is telling you about, oh, we heard about cloud computing in one of the webinars. It doesn't necessarily have to be this one. I said, can you give me a example of what you think they know already and equate that to cloud computing? What are they doing today that you can say, hey, you're already using cloud computing? You didn't know that? You see, you are doing it. That is how cloud computing is all about. So please take it on.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
For an
For an
example
example
of
of
a
a cloud
cloud service
computing
that
service that
people
people
use in their
use in
daily
their
lives,
daily lives,
saving
saving
pictures
pictures
on your
on your
email or
email
through
or through
Google Cloud.
Google Cloud.
Like
Mm-hmm.
when you
Like
back
when
up
you
your
back up your
pictures through
pictures through
Google,
Google, that is
a cloud
a
computing
cloud
service
computing
we are
service we are
using.
using.
Another one is
Another one is
also
also
stream
stream
movies on
movies on
Netflix.
Netflix.
The
Good.
movies
The
you are
movies you
watching
are
are
watching
stored
are
in the
stored in the
cloud and
cloud and
access them from
access
those
them from
remote
those remote
servers.
servers.
Oh, wow. Excellent. You see, now people will just start understanding cloud computing right there. That is the message I want to take home. I want to be able to explain to anybody what cloud computing is. So, and then the person go again and ask you,
Stephen
who is the
Botchway joined.
provider? Who is the provider for cloud computing? What will you say?
For the providers of cloud computing, there are many different cloud computing service providers. You have like Google Cloud. Google is one. We have Google Cloud. There is AWS, which is provided by Amazon.
I just got a call from one of the participants. I think they are leaving comments on the chat. Anybody watching the chat? Please watch the chat. Make sure we are answering those questions. I think the audio was not very coherent in the sense that there was echo. There was echo. I think it's Alexi. You may have an echo there, which means that you may have multiple. When you have multiple devices on your environment, they will echo out, and people may not hear you better. So check that out. And Madam Kiara, I think you are okay. So, but again, keep looking at the chart. So I would like to, I like the answer from Madam Kiara, whereby she was able to give an example of what we do in our daily life, that is cloud computing. In our daily life, which is cloud computing. So people begin to match what they do today to cloud computer. Now you are already changing your language of communication and become more of an engineering than being a user or consumer. So thank you so much for that. Let me see if I bring somebody else who can also give us some insight. All right, I'm going to bring Madam Jamila on the screen. And then she's going to tell us what she would tell anybody who doesn't have any background in computing. And let us hear what she have learned today. I know it was challenging for the background noise and so on and so forth, but at least you will get something to share with us. So I'm going to bring her on the stage. Okay, Madam Jamila. Sorry about that. All right. So let's talk about Madam Jamila. We are going to pretend that you have not heard about cloud computing, or your sister who is helping you apply your head doesn't know anything about cloud computing, or she was not listening about cloud computing. And you are now going to encourage her to attend a webinar about cloud computing. Then she's going to go like, why is it important to me? Why must I go and watch cloud computing? Then you tell her why it is important. So go ahead. Let me make sure that we can hear her. Let's see. Her microphone is on. Okay, go ahead. I don't think we're hearing you. For some reason, we can't hear her. Yeah, we cannot hear Madam Jamila. All right, no problem. We'll catch you. We'll catch you. You will get a chance. Don't worry, you'll get a chance in the class. We'll make sure you speak out for what you have heard today. Where's Madam Charlotte? I don't see her on the screen here. Fonja. Let me bring Fonja online here. Fonja has been waiting here for a while. So Fonja, it's your turn. You're going to go home and you're going to tell people about cloud computing in your own words. Mr. Caleb, you're going to explain in your own words to somebody who doesn't know cloud computing in your own words, Mr. Caleb. Go ahead.
Charlotte joined.
Mr. Fonja, go ahead.
Okay, sir. So,
Joe Chia joined.
The classing is like accessing data, mission, pay for it. Like you only have to pay for what you use.
You only pay for what you use. Excellent. Ali, you are going home with some good idea about pay as what you use. As a matter of fact, that's one of the examination questions. It's an examination question right there. And that's for certification purposes. All right. Excellent. All right. Let's see who else is here that we want to talk to. Marasha is here. Let's bring her on board. Let's bring her on board. All right, Marasha is right here. All right, Marasha, all right. She is a public relations officer. She's been educating a lot of students over the years. It's more of a mentor and a mother. I mean, she represents a motherhood for all the young girls who come through our institution. She coaches them, she advises them, she gives them all the advice that a mother will give to the kids. So today, you are here, you learn about, I know you'll be excited to go and publish to your students, hey, cloud computing, a new era in technology. So let us hear from you. Why must somebody listen to you about cloud computing?
I think, very much, I think it's something that already using
Joe
it.
Chia joined.
So I will take it that Islam and infrastructure information and access to any time you need it. When long as you have the internet. So I think all of us we are in the cloud and we are using the cloud and
Exactly.
doing it the way we are using it.
Wow, you hear that? We are in the cloud and we're using it right now. Absolutely, absolutely. You see, when you join any conferencing, any tool that is used to conference with people across the world, that is cloud computing. Very good analogy. Thank you so much for that summary of what cloud computing is all about. And everybody, when somebody hear that, they are familiar with it already. And they will say, is that what you call cloud computing? Say, of course. They will be very excited. Thank you for summarizing that up and very intelligently. You're able to bring what people are used to. That's the best way to learn. You use what people are familiar with and map it to something new and they will never forget. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Who wants to join the team on the stage? Who wants to say something? Let me see. Patty, do you want to say something, Patty? I'll bring you to the stage. Let's see if Patty can say something. Let me see, Patty. Patty, where are you? Let's see if Patty can say something. I want to make sure that you go home, Aliyah, say something.
Juan Magdalene joined.
All right. Patty, are you there? Patty is Patience. Patience, can you say what? Are you available? Oh, Patience camera is not there. But you can say something. Patty, what if you were to ask you a question as you are going home today? Name one thing that you learned today from this conference. One thing only. The microphone is on. You can say it. If you can't say, I'll give a chance to somebody else. I'm bringing in Madame Ndifon Magdalene. Madame Magdalene, one thing that you have learned today while you are here to go home, because we are closing in a minute.
Ola Washan Nesho joined.
And Stella, anything that you have learned today as you are
Juan
going
Magdalene
home,
joined.
say it.
Joe Chia joined.
Stella, are you there? Next person. This must be patient. You could not say a word in the phone. And the next person is Stephen. You guys. And then I want to bring the person who's going to showcase to us. Possibly, let's see if that will work. Mr. Issue. Mr. Issue is right here. All right. Okay, Mr. Issue, can you hear me?
Ndefon Magdalene joined.
Yes, sir. I can hear you, sir.
Okay, Mr. Issue can hear me. Also, Mr. Issue, we talk about cloud computing, and how does cloud computing relate to AI? I know you are the AI engineer. How does AI and cloud computing get along? Are they brothers? Are they sisters? What are they?
All right. Cloud computing and AI.
Obel joined.
They work together.
Mhm.
They are brothers.
Mhm.
And there's no way we can actually use AI without one aspect of cloud computing or the other.
Mhm.
Because cloud computing has to do with virtually everything you do on the internet is related to cloud computing. So
Mhm.
cloud computing and AI is they are brothers. Because AI can be used for different things like writing content, generating images, generating videos, and a lot of things. And these are the things that are related to cloud computing too.
All right. Excellent, excellent. One of the aspects of AI that we presented today, can you tell the students how they can use AI to improve their lives or to start a new business or to, create some opportunity for themselves? How do they use AI that will help them and be able to enjoy um, a new career for that matter?
All right. AI can be used for several things, and no matter the field or occupation that you find yourself, AI can be helpful to you. AI can help you to make your work easier and faster.
Mhm.
And as a business owner, you can use AI to create images and videos to promote your business or anything that you're involved in.
Wow.
And apart from you being a business owner, in your daily life, you can actually ask AI questions. For example, if you want to write a content, and instead of you spending hours brainstorming and trying to look for content, you can actually use AI softwares like ChatGPT to come up with content. When it comes to using AI, you just need to be able to give AI the right prompt.
Okay.
If you can give AI the right prompt, you'll be able to get your desired results. So in your daily life, maybe you have an assignment, you have something to do, you have a presentation to do, you can actually come up, you can prepare your presentations using AI. And if you're a business owner, just like I said earlier, you can use AI to create beautiful images, promote your business. For example, if you run a boutique, or perhaps you run a beauty salon, you can create images that can promote your business. You can go to AI softwares and input prompts to create beautiful images that you can use to promote your business. And those images that you are creating, you can actually put your business name in those images to make it unique. So when you use those images to promote your business, it will help to easily capture people's attention. Because as human beings, we are usually attracted to beautiful things. So when you use those images to promote your business, it will help to easily capture people's attention. And when you're able to capture people's attention with your marketing content, help you to make more sales in your business. So no matter what business or occupation that you're into, even as a no matter the business or occupation, AI can really help you.
All right. Excellent.
And when it comes to creating videos, you can also use AI for writing content, writing blog posts, and there are so many things that you can use AI to do.
Okay, Mr. Aisha, one follow-up question before I let you go. One follow-up question. So are you saying that those who are doing graphic design, because that's the work that they're supposed to do, right? They're using graphic design to design beautiful images and created animated videos and all of that. Are you saying AI is going to take them out of business?
All right. AI can take them out of business if they refuse to update their knowledge.
Okay.
One thing that is very important, no matter what profession that you are in, you need to always update your knowledge.
Okay.
So if a graphic designer doesn't update his knowledge, such person may be left behind. But as a graphic designer, the person can use AI actually make our work very easy. For example, if I'm a graphic designer and I got a job designing a flyer, instead of me spending hours brainstorming on the exact colors, the best colors that I can use to create such design, I can use AI to come up with ideas of the most appropriate color that I can use for that particular design that I want to create. So it will help me to save time. And I can also use AI to create those flyers too.
Oh,
so
man.
So in a simple form, AI can replace the job of graphic designers if they refuse to update their knowledge.
All right.
But as a graphic designer, if I update my knowledge, AI won't be able to replace it.
Mr. Alexi, did you hear that?
I hope I've answered your question, sir.
No, absolutely. You've done a fantastic job to do that. All right, let's hear from, is this Stephen? Mr. Stephen? I think he is very busy doing something there. All right, guys. Is there anybody here who wants to say something? You have a chance to do so. Ruth, let me see. Ruth is here. And Obiba. And Ruth is also here as well. All right, guys. So I want to wrap up here because we're getting late. It was an hour, 30 minutes. We are already above by 7 minutes. I want to thank everybody who has been here. It's just the beginning. This is how you start. You start learning little by little. Little by little, step by step. It's almost like growing a baby, right? The baby is in their hand. They cannot move around. Then they cannot even sit on their board. You put them on the table, on the chair, or they will just fall off. Then later on, they are able to sit on their board. And then next they stumble and then they try to get up and they fall and get on the floor and all of a sudden they start moving left. Before you know it, they start running, right? So that's how we'll begin the class, baby steps, and all of a sudden you start speaking the language. So I want to appreciate all of you being here. Please watch your forum for communication when the actual class will start. We are going to start the class fully on Saturday next week. So come to class and we'll give you the whole syllabus. We'll give you the syllabus, the class outlined, and the timetable, and the policy of the classroom, the number of quizzes you're going to write, the number of exams you're going to write, the number of presentations you're going to do, and all the courses that we're offering. So read the communication along the way during this week, and watch the video if you missed it. And let people listen to this. It's going to be in our, it's actually in our Facebook, not Facebook, in our YouTube channel. So want to go make sure that everybody go and watch it. You guys are fantastic. You stayed all to the end because you are interested about cloud computing. That is the spirit that you need to get started. You don't get bored so quickly. And the next 30 minutes, you say, oh, I can't understand how to go. No, that's not how you do it. You stay with it. There are moments that you don't know anything. Stay with it. Suddenly it will break through. All right, guys? Take care, and I will see you next week. Thank you so much for coming, and you guys are fantastic. Continue to learn. If you don't learn, Mr. Isho just said, the AI will replace your job if you don't upgrade. That's what he just said. If you are doing graphic design, or you are doing flyers, or whatever you are doing, if you don't upgrade your skill and make AI your friend, it can become your enemy. so make AI your friend, otherwise you'll be in trouble. So if you are going to do anything, ask AI. It's going to be like your helper. AI is going to make you work faster, more efficient. You have any question you don't know, go to AI. AI is going to tell you the answer. 99% of the time, AI will help you. You will learn faster. You will do things faster. You will design things. We don't have to hire somebody to do graphic design for you. You don't have to hire somebody to do a video for you. But at least you have, or you can make it as a demo. You can do prototype. And then if you want to go to a graphic designer, you can do your prototype. Say, I want it like this, but I want it this way, this way, this way. You see how AI can help. Remember, there was a project we did at Trustech at our campus. There is a gutter that we designed at TCN. I used AI to give me clues, and I could not explain it to the engineers. I could not explain it to the technician. I'm explaining, they don't know what I'm talking about. Until I was able to generate AI model, and I said, okay, good. So you see how AI can help a lot of people. So please learn AI. We are going to teach you AI. If you don't learn anything, you can come and learn AI alone, and you'll be very, very productive. Trust you. You'll make money. Even you can become your part-time job. When you go home after your regular job, you go on AI, and then AI, you send content here, send content there. Money is going to your bank. That's how people do, right? Exactly. All right, guys. So I want to appreciate everybody. Mr. Ishu, thank you for coming. Madame Defon, Madame Charlotte is here. Fonja, thank you so much. Defon is here. Stella, you're all welcome to be here. We appreciate you being here to this moment. Mr. Alexi is helping out there. Jamila, thank you for being here and helping us in the background. She has been giving us clue to make sure we are doing it. Kiara, you are also very helpful. Stella, thank you so much for being there. We really appreciate your time. And please enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll keep talking. We'll be talking with you almost every week or every other week. You'll be hearing from us. So we're not going to go away completely. No, we're going to be here. We're going to be doing streaming every weekend. We're going to every Saturday. We'll come live, and my team will be streaming some new topic. It could be on any topic. It doesn't have to be engineering topic. It could be economic topic. It could be about your health. It could be about education. It could be about a business that is trending. So people can say, do you know that you can do this business? We are going to have our own community here. This is the only way we can send the messages out. This is the method that we're going to help educate more people. So please check us out every Saturday. Go to our YouTube channel. If you miss it, go there and play it, because we'll be recording. Everything will be streamlined into our YouTube channel. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day.
Thank you, Prof. Thank you, Prof.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Take good care.